Brantley, you ready to work today? Well, we're gonna have a pretty day, it looks like. Old suns are coming up. Well, me and my right-hand man here are gonna put a French drain in today. We gotta crank these machines up. How cold is it this morning, Brantley?
28 degrees.
28 degrees. Sort of makes you feel alive. Anyway, we're gonna crank the machines up, put a little grease and fuel in them, and we're going down the bottom down there to put a French drain in.
Smart thing to do is let him go in the cold and just stay in the cab. He's up there putting gas in it. It's a little low. So I'm just sitting in here with the heat on, and I feel pretty good.
Alright, take it and pull it straight up. Don't turn it to gravel. Once you get out of the gravel, then spin it around, then take it down there, and we're going to go down there in the bottom.
Okay.
Well, Brantley and I are going to put a French drain in today. I'll show you what kind of project we're working on. We've got, this is a natural drain coming through the little valley here, but we get a trickle of water from this all the time. I originally thought it was just a drainage ditch, but I think there's some water coming out of the ground somewhere, because it'll keep a trickle even when it got dry this summer. We still just had a little trickle of water. So there's a wet weather spring or something coming somewhere. We were going to build our pond all the way back to here, but we hit solid bedrock down here below us. So we had to shorten the pond. So we're down there. So we've got this stream of water. As you can see, it's ponded up here. I dug just a little ditch here the other day. I didn't get it low enough up here at the front, so I'm still dammed up here. Trying to get the water drained out of here so it would dry up. But what we're going to do is we're going to put two 4-inch perforated corrugated pipe. We're going to dig this out about 12 inches deep. We got plenty of fall from here down to the pond. We'll put landscaping fabric down. We got another load of fill line rock over there. We'll fill it up. And once we get here, I've got some catch basins we'll put on the ends, continue our French drain through this, and then we're going to build us a little dam here and essentially build a retention pond. What I'm wanting to do is to keep the sediment and everything from washing down and getting into our pond. And I don't want, once we sow this in grass, I don't want a bunch of mud washing out in the grass. So we're going to build a little dam here. French drain will come under it, so water gets there, it can go down. And then if we get hard rains, we'll have two essentially stand pipes, so we can retain that sediment, but the water can get through two 4-inch drains, drain down to the pond. And then because I'm putting a French drain, I'm hoping if there's any groundwater under the ground, we can capture it. We're in the lowest part of the little valley here, so hopefully we can catch any groundwater in our French drain, run it in the pond, and we can keep this dry. So old Brantley here can mow it when we get grass growing. So that's the project at hand. We're going to try old Brantley here at his hand at digging a ditch. So we'll see how he can do. All right, I've got Brantley at the controls. We're gonna see what he can do here. What we've decided is we've come up and started our trench. Now, not gonna go too deep. There you go, raise it and pull it. What we've decided to do, we started to start down at the pond, but we decided to come up here where the water was so we could basically just dig our trench, and that way we can make sure we've got fall in our trench and we don't have any low spots, and that way we can keep the water coming with us, which it's a little harder. All right, straighten your bucket up a little bit. Now drag it, clean it, raise and pull, raise and pull, raise and pull, raise and pull. There you go. Now go scoop you one up. All right. Now throw that on out there. What we're wanting to do is throw all this mud up on the bank and kind of spread it out, that way it can dry. And then we'll come back, which it's probably going to be spring, but if we can get enough dry weather, we'll come back, and that way we can spread that out. Not too deep.
Well, it was getting a little tight in there, so I decided to come out here and get some videos. A muddy mess in here. Everything is really muddy. I wouldn't want to fall in. Get in the pond now. We're getting close. Getting close to having the digging part done. Need to get a little bit of that dirt out there, and we'll have it whipped.
Alright, all I'm trying to do, we got our ditch dug, but it's just a muddy mess, so stuff's falling off the bank. So Brantley's going to shovel out the loose pieces, and I'm just taking the back of the bucket and just dragging it slick in the bottom. That way we can lay our landscaping fabric down in there. What's it look like, ground man? Good. All right, water will drain? All right, get back to shoveling, get them crumbs out of the ditch. Yeah, and then we'll put some fabric down in there. All right, this is what we're after with the fabric down. We want to keep the dirt and the mud out and let the water come through. So I've got some mud in there off my shoes, but you can see the water's coming through, but it's holding all that mud. So we're gonna lay our tile down in the bottom of the ditch. It's perforated, so it's got the holes in it, so it should be able to collect the water, but we'll put 2 pipes down in there. We're gonna run 2 4-inch pipes, and then we'll cover it up with fill line rock, lay our fabric over it, put some dirt on it.
Got a little animal action down here. Got some turkeys, dogs or coyotes, and raccoons. Got all kinds of stuff down here. I guess they're appreciating the pond.
I've been trying to stay out of the mud so I didn't drag mud all in my driveway up there, but unfortunately down here at the end where that pond water's been draining in here, that's a muddy mess. Anyway, hopefully I can get about 2 more buckets full in there without getting stuck. Let's give it a shot. Wish me luck. Baby. Well, let's see if we can get out of here. I'm about done it. She come out though. If you've never shoveled any field line rock, it's a ball of fun. Alright, I'll show you what I'm working on here. I'm up here at the end of the tile. I've got 2 catch basins. And then I've got these little trash racks to go on top of them. So what I've done is I've dug a trench and I've got rock in here. I'm going to build right here. Basically, I'm going to build a retention pond here. So I brought these up outside my ditch because what I want is I want the water. It's just normal groundwater. I want it to seep and go through my tile down in the rock and go through. But if I get one of these flash floods where there's a lot of water coming, I want to keep these up to where I don't have sediment washing down in it. So that's going to give me some room here to keep that sediment from going down my trash rack. So I'm going to set these up here at the end of the tile, up on top of my tile. I'll set them here. Then that way, any water that comes, if it fills my little detention pond up and it overcomes what can drain out through the bottom, it'll come up, be able to come up and hit in my pipe. And just give it an easier path, I guess, to get out. So the ditch can only take so much water, but this will give it a little unrestricted path, maybe to help carry some of the water away. So I'm going to measure these pipes, cut them off, pull my fabric back over everything, start building a detention pond. That's the plan anyway. All right, there we have it. I'm gonna start putting some dirt on the trench. I've got some dry topsoil, so I'm gonna try to just spread it on it. And then once I get back here, I'll mount it up and dam this up. And then I'll put some more rock in here over this and rock around it. So, tractor's doing a regen, so it's up there making a lot of racket. Well, let's get some dirt and put on it, see how it does. Well, this project's gonna have to get finished up in the darkness like the last 2 or 3 have. This time change, it restricts your time in the evenings, but I'm gonna finish covering up the ditch, build a dam, put some rock in there and try to call it a night. But anyway, this mud's getting old and hopefully this trench will help with this water and I can get that water going through there without it standing and making just a muddy mess. But Brantley and I had a good time today, so that's all that matters. And we got something accomplished. So, but if you've subscribed, I've had a few subscribe lately. I appreciate that. And if you watched, I appreciate that as well. And you're not going to see the finished product on this one because it's going to be dark. But the next video, I'll try to remember to show you what the finished product looks like. That is, if you care to see. But hey, thanks again, and we'll catch you later. When I was making this video yesterday, I didn't think about it being a week or so before that video, I'll get it out. But I got the French drain covered with dirt, got some of the mud pushed up the hill. It just got dark on me, so. But I got my dam built, to where I can catch that water. And then I have got my 2 catch basins there at the end of my French drain, and dug some of this sediment out, filled it in here with rocks, so hopefully we can catch some of that sediment in here. And then I've got these elevated, and then everything in the French drain there is wrapped in the fabric. So real hard rain comes, it fills this up. The drain will take care of what it'll take care of, filtering through the trench. And then I've got 2 4-inch ports right there that will give it an easier path to go through there. And then if it just overcomes this, I put a little spillway in here, which I'll backfill this so I don't have a muddy mess and have a hole there, but that'll come later. But that's where we are at this point. But hopefully it'll dry the bottom up. Catch you later.